Good morning, everybody. So I want to talk to you about shame. So I was walking this morning and I had these thoughts that came through, and which then later led me to some more stuff coming through when I was doing some journaling this morning. We are taught at very, very young ages what is good or bad. And I'll give you an example. So in this example, I can speak for my own self because this hits home for me. So say you're in a classroom with a bunch of kids and your teacher's asked a question. Sorry about my bird. She's quite chatty this morning. Your teacher's asked a bunch of questions and all the kids in the class raise their hands wanting to give the answer. And so the teacher calls upon you and you give your answer and she's like, not quite what I was looking for. So she moves on to the next student and that student gives their answer, and it might be similar to what you said, but maybe a few things are added. And the teacher says, yes, that's it. Good job. And then there's a feeling that may come over you, or if for not getting it correctly or to what they deem as correct, of shame. And for me, I felt that a lot as a kid because I witnessed things and would wonder, like, I knew these answers and I answered them, but I didn't answer them quite the way that they were looking for. And this even applies in school testing that I took. All of us have taken those annual tests that we have to take in school, especially when it comes around comprehension and reading stuff. And you go and you answer these questions and you've retained the information that you deem is important because obviously it's sticking out in your brain, but it's not the information that's being questioned in the test. And so because you don't know or don't recall that information because it didn't stand out to you, you're deemed as a slow reader, a person with a slow processing speed, not being able to comprehend things quickly, and then there's that shame again. And into my adult life, and I've been working through this wound a lot in the last couple of years about, I do know a lot of things, and I've felt this need to overcompensate that with people and overshare and say what I know in addition to what they've talked about, because I need to feel like I'm seen and feel like they see me as intelligent and smart and all these things. And it all centers around shame. And I sat with that this morning when I was walking, and then again when I was journaling. And I think about that when we pass judgment on each other because we have different perspectives or different interpretations, and because we didn't answer a person to their what their requirements were. I think about that even when I've been working through some wounds the last couple of weeks around betrayal and loyalty. And I was talking to my partner about that and saying that, this is where we mirrored this wound back and forth with each other because he has a fixed way of seeing things and that fixed ajna that he has on his human design. And my ajna is open, so I'm pulling in a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different interpretations from other people, telepathically, and he sees things in a certain way. And so when I or children or anyone around him doesn't meet up to those standards, there's a judgment that's passed or has been in the past. He's worked through it. We all go through these and work through them. But anyway, not to blast him out there, but I said I do the same thing because I have a fixed area in my chart around my solar plexus that has to do with betrayal and loyalty of the group. And my group is my community, my people around me, the people we interact with on a day-to-day basis. And whenever someone has done me wrong and I have felt betrayed by them, it has been challenging for me not to pass judgment and in my past and say, I don't like what you've done and, it hurts me. So there was a thought that came with all of this that was like, don't make judgments off of the masks that others wear. And that really hit home for me, because we do that. All of us do. And it's important to recognize that the reason we have these masks on our face, invisibly or not, on our exterior body or interior body, because essentially everything comes from within, is because we have these wounds that started at such young ages. So anyway, just thought I'd share if maybe you might be struggling with the wound of shame and judgment and betrayal. Seems like all of that was mixed up in there. Have a great one.